Okay guys, you know that I promised in the first tutorial that we're gonna explain what this DB SQLite tree is, because a lot of YouTubers will just say, okay, this is just a database. So question is, where is that database anyway? What is in that database? So yeah, that is a file, but now you need to know how to open that file and work with that thing manually. My advice is to grab Sqlite Studio. It's around 30 megabytes, nothing special. Open it on your machine, download it actually first, and yeah, let's open it. Right, so we need to roll into Sqlite Studio, which is, okay, application, less than half megabyte in size, so probably it's kind of fast. Okay, here we are. So let's open our Sqlite tree file, a database, add a database, and here in file, just press on plus and find that DB SQLite. I'm gonna do that on another monitor because you don't need to see what's on my machine. Sorry about that, but that's the case. So yeah, let me click on plus, let me find DB SQLite and save, and here we are. Okay, so this is location of my DB SQLite tree, and here you have name automatically of that thing. Right, permanent configuration, keep it in configuration, yes, test connection, and here or here you will see a green check mark if everything is fine. Yeah, there you go. So let's press OK, and we have it. We have that thing opened. Right, so let's double click to see what's up. This is default situation, and over time you need to, if you have a time, you can manually check what's happening with your tables and entries in that thing. At the moment we don't have any views, that's cool. So here you can just browse to see what's up, like by default. So I have shop buyers. Oh yeah, so I actually opened it from my finished project. Sorry about that, but yeah, it's actually good. Let's see what I was having there. So in buyers, when you open it, you will see that table, and this is just a structure. So if you want to see actual data, you just click here on data and you will see all those things. So it's actually good because I opened that previous DB by error. It's kind of cool. Now you see real stuff before we create our own stuff again. Shop category, double click, data, here we are. You probably remember that from first tutorial. Product instances, probably a couple of stuff, 10 or something like that. Oh yeah, IDs, automatically generated long IDs, instance titles, like product instances, and a little bit of this description and who bought that thing or not. Null means no one bought that thing up till now, and when you see 2 and 1, that means that this is telling you that there is someone with ID 2 in buyers who bought that. So you can just navigate here in buyers and you see that number 2 is Michael Fox. You probably don't remember that from first tutorial, but it's kind of nice that I have it right here actually. So yeah, you can roll through all these things, but don't change anything here, guys. Just observe what's happening, and a little bit later when we create our models, you will not see that immediately here, like automatically. What you need to do is just refresh the whole thing. So click here and refresh all database schemas and refresh selected database schematics, something like that. It will work, but for now you cannot see that because we actually didn't create anything. Okay, so that was the tool that you're gonna use to see what's happening with your SQLite file. Okay, so let me get out from here, and I'm gonna actually delete that thing, remove the database, and I'm gonna import now without error my my Blanco DB SQLite. So let me find that on another monitor. Just a second. That was the shop when. I need to find that on my machine. Yeah, right. Shop when, shop CMS, DB SQLite 3, save, and yeah, now shop when is the place where I have Blanco SQLite. So test connection, everything is fine, okay, and this is default situation. You probably noticed that there is no buyers, categories, product instances, and what I was having, I don't know, I was having 4 tables. Who cares? This is default situation. So don't change these things manually. They're just here for reference reasons. We're gonna play around with that a little bit more. Anyway, guys, it's time to start rolling some Django models. Right, as I said, models.py are just file where you're gonna create tables, and those tables will be here. So this line is critical. Without that line, you cannot use generic Django options to create tables. So yeah, let's start with our first class that will be used to create categories. Immediately after class, you're gonna say name of that table, which will be category, uppercase C, and now we need to import that generic option from models. Okay, models, is that enough? No, you need to say specific model. Okay, and next line, of course, pay attention about indentation because this is Python. So now we need to have name for that category, like for that field, like column in a table. So you can have 1 column, 10 columns, 12, 25 columns. It's really not important. For every column you need to precisely define it here. I'm gonna say name for column, and now here we need to type models. Don't forget models. A lot of people forget to type models. They just type data type or what that field is. They forget this thing with a dot. Don't do that. So name of category is just bunch of text. It's just very short string. So we will use character field. Char field, uppercase F. So guys, if you have ever done something in MySQL, it's like variable character. Okay, and the thing is, in Django you need to say how long that thing is, how many characters that field can take. So how to do that? Well, you're gonna say maximum length, I always mix T and H positions of them. Yeah, but that's just me. And I'm gonna say that maximum name for category, for name of category will be 200 characters. Okay, and in forms that will be dynamically generated, you want to have some kind of explanation to end user, so you're gonna use help text here. Now guys, I'm not inventing these things. This is all in documentation. The only thing that is mine here is this name of column. Okay, so that's what I'm inventing here. This is generic and this is generic. Okay, so it's all in documentation. I'm not reinventing the wheel here. Yeah, you need to read documentation. Over time, you're gonna remember it pretty much. Right, so help text for that column will be category. Category name, and this will be visible, as I said, in generic forms that we are going to create. So this is table, and this is name of column. Right, so let me save that. And now we need to register this thing in admin panel because we don't have it at the moment. If I roll to admin and refresh, see, you don't have it. So how we are going to see that thing? Well, we will roll into admin, and here we need to register our models that we have created. So here we have categories, okay, category, and now we need to include it in admin panel. So admin, and the first thing is activate models. So from our local models, okay, c dot local models, we are going to import, what was the name? Category, okay. My memory is so bad, I don't know, for some reason. Import category. Okay, that's cool. Is that enough? No, because now we need to activate that. So it's not enough to have it, you need to activate it. How? Well, you're going to say admin. Why? Because you have it right here as option. Admin dot in admin site register new option, which is category. Now guys, this is not string here. You don't use quotes. You will run into problems. And I'm gonna save that thing. And where is my admin panel? Refresh. Yes, we do have it. So when I click on categories, I have a problem. Why I do have a problem? And I can see that thing actually right here, one level back. Because guys, every time when you mess around with models.py, which is very critical stuff that you're gonna use to create tables, you need to do that like in a background in your database. So how we're going to do that? Well, we're gonna apply migrations. This is the terminology is apply migrations. So kill your server and type python manage.py make migrations. So it's not migrate, it's make migrations, which means prepare stuff. So migrations, make migrations, and here you will have 2 or 3 lines. See, migrations for our individual shop, and this is what we have prepared. We have created new model, and where is that thing actually in our sidebar of Atom? Well, check here, migrations and 0001 initial first preparation. And if you open it, you will have a lot of additional lines that Django did for you. So if you remember, from models, you just have a name, that's what you care about, but Django cares about primary key, about auto incrementation. How I know that? Well, if you check again this file, you will see that Django actually added that ID, which is auto field, auto created, it is primary, and the verbose name is ID. So yeah, Django created a lot of default stuff for you, generic stuff in the background. Okay, now you have this, which is correct by Django, and now we need to migrate. This is fine. So we have prepared stuff, now we need to migrate. How? Well, python manage.py and migrate, enter, and this thing will be applied. Okay, so we have changes that are fine. Apply shop, of course, that's our application. 0001 initial, okay, which is right here. So everything from here is operational right now. How I know that? Well, first we need to run our server again. Run server. Oops, what the hell? Run server. And hopefully everything will be just fine as it is. Okay, let's start with refresh. Refresh, okay. Categories, can I get into categories right now? Enter, yes, here we are guys, we do have it. Okay, see right side, we can add a new category, and there you go, automatic field, a form in the Django administration, which is absolutely magnificent. I really love it. Can we add something? Well, yes. What was the category? Like a generic big category. Okay, let me remember. Oh, yeah, right, all TVs. So let's save that, and that thing is operational. We can use it right now. But there is a very weird name like category object. So Django cannot recognize by default what was the name of that entry, so you need to tell it explicitly manually. It's not scary, guys. We're gonna do that right now. How? Let's open our models, and right here we're gonna say def, which is function def 2 underscores str. We're gonna target self, and self will be name. So how to explain this? For every of those entries you have in categories, now you're gonna grab name of that. It will not be, you know, object 1, object 2, object 3. It will be old TV, it will be old radio, it will be old bicycle or something like that. So now the purpose of this function is to return that full name that is readable, understandable by humans. How? Well, return to the rest of the system, to the rest of the Django and users self, and from that self, from that object, you're gonna target name. Why name? Because that's the only field you have. Okay, So save, and now when I refresh that thing, hopefully, there you go, you have that old. Why I don't have old TV as a name? Just a second. Save. Oh yeah, I have it. I didn't type TV, but I have it. Okay, let's add another one. Add another one. Let's say old radios. You know, tube radios. Save. There you go. So now you have real names and you don't have generic object 1, object 2, blah blah blah, and so on. Another thing is, check this thing. Category, you see that we don't have S here, but Django by default add S in admin, which is sometimes it's helpful, sometimes it's not grammatically helpful. So what we can do is to fix this S here, categories, whatever the hell this means. Okay, how to do that? Well, we're gonna roll into models again, and here or down there, well, yeah, here we need to use class meta. Now, guys, again, I'm not inventing this, it's in documentation. This is how you physically, manually change what Django is providing you by default. So it will not be in Django admin categories, it will be whatever you decided to be. How? Well, class meta, verbose, name, plural. You have that in documentation. Don't memorize this. You have examples all over the place on internet. And the hard-coded thing will be, let's just for a joke, type x6666 here, save, and I think that I don't need to apply migration to see that change visible. Right, there you go, guys. See, it's that easy. That's how we override that Django option by default. But let's change that to something, I don't know, usable. So, yes, categories, uppercase C. And let me delete this space. And now, where is my server? Oh yeah, refresh. There you go, guys, categories. Yeah, okay, I need to shut up. 17 minutes long tutorial. In the next tutorial, we're gonna start rolling with products. And products will be subcategory of categories, because in old TVs you can have, if you remember from first tutorial, old TVs before Second War and old TVs after Second War. Right, something like that. Okay, I need to shut up. Let me check if my server is working. Okay, let me hit front page a couple of times. Just a second, I need to make sure that the server is working fine. Yeah, everything's fine. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna shut up as always. Thank you for watching, for support in the description. Pass this playlist and this channel to someone who cares, and see ya in next tutorial. Yeah, see ya there. 18 minutes, damn it. See ya there.